Five, four, three, two, one.
Welcome back to the Blerdiverse. We back with another one.
Sir.
Me, homie Just, homie Drew, we back in the stew, and we about to do something that we done before as far as discussions with brackets and everything. But today we are discussing the top anime swordsmen. Now, I know a lot of you will say, okay, well, this should be simple, straightforward. Kind of not. We're talking swordsmen as far as they have style, finesse. They're not just a nigga swinging around a sword and everything and stabbing people. We're talking about they got some cool with it and everything. We're not talking about their power, everything else besides that, because I know if we get into power, that's when it gets a little bit more washed as far as some of these animes have more stacked powers than the other ones, because some of them are literally swordsman anime.
But yeah. We don't want to get into power scaling. That's a whole another realm that we don't want to enter. We just strictly who's better wielding the sword.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So heck, man, just Drew, talk to the people. Any notes before we get into it?
Go ahead, Just.
Yeah. I'm honestly excited for this, man. I feel like y'all are gonna be excited for this. I feel like this honestly really comes up a lot because we'll see like the different swordsmen and people who just hold a sword. And plus we honestly had our own little argument about this before we started recording. So this is gonna be a really good one for y'all. So let's go. That's my man Drew.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. This is going to be very interesting because I'm already looking at the bracket now, and I see we're going to have a lot of differences in this. So I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I mean, long story short, like I said, like Justin Drew said, like basically, I think it was Just who posted this in the chat. It says Zoro is a swordsman, Ichigo is a guy with a sword, and we were going back. All of us was going back and forth, like, hold up, something ain't right.
So I wasn't even expecting to like go back and forth with you on that one. I thought we was all gonna be on the same page, but
nah, we were not gonna be on the same page because they were wild.
We were not. But, so let's get into it. The first selection we're making for the quarterfinals, we have Afro Samurai or Killer Bee. So, oh my bad. What the fuck?
Oh, Killer Bee, he's winning.
So,
damn, he beat everybody.
That's whatever. But anyways, so guys, how do you feel? I mean, my thing is Afro Samurai is that nigga. But Killer Bee, on the other hand, dude got some finesse with some blades, my nigga.
So,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I've not seen every anime on this bracket. I have seen probably half or about 60% of the anime on this bracket. So I think that's gonna play into my picks. I don't want it to, but I have not seen Afro Samurai. Obviously, I've seen Naruto, and I know that Killer Bee can wield 8 swords, 1 on his mouth. However, his swordsmanship in terms of of course, he is nice with a sword in terms of just style, but I don't know if style is the only thing that could get him over Afro Samurai, what I've seen from clips or whatever, but I haven't watched the actual anime. So I don't want to play a big role into this selection, but so I'm gonna just let y'all decide, then I'll go with y'all.
To be very honest, I actually haven't seen Afro Samurai either. So, I mean, I've seen like little clips here and there, but he looks like it's tough. Is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a series.
They
have a movie though, but like what's the name? Like Samuel Jackson voices him. Nigga be moving and everything. Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of that, y'all know your boy Lakeith just did he just released that I'm getting off topic. But
I mean it's somewhere related because that was the inspiration behind Afro.
Really? I didn't even know.
Yeah, I've seen the episode of it on Netflix, but what I've seen and what I'm hearing is not all. It's kind of was all hype. Well, I'm not saying all hype, but it kind of messed up the expectations in terms of, you know, how it's portrayed, because obviously Yasuke is centuries old, but there was like there was a lot of mecha stuff and like technology in it that a lot of people did not like. It felt like it was unnecessary, but that doesn't, I don't want that to, you know, have you not watch it. So I mean, give it a chance. It's only 6 episodes, but I'll only seen one. So I'm just gonna try to finish it. But yeah, that's there is mecha in it. And everybody thought it was gonna be like a more of a historical anime. It's not. So
I mean, from what I heard, I thought it was gonna be like historical too. And it's crazy because you're not even the first person to say that either. Like my man said he had watched like the first episode, but he was just like, he said he wasn't feeling it. It was something about like the joint and everything, but he said he's gonna finish it. And I'm gonna take a look at it just because, you know, I'm gonna support Keith, but you know, yeah, I'll finish it.
I'm gonna try to finish it because I don't want to just slander it and have to watch it one episode. So I'm gonna try to finish it, but I've definitely been hearing that it's a flop. So there you go.
All right.
But based on this,
so Killer Bee or Afro Samurai, fellas?
Again, well, you've seen both, Kenny. So who would you say?
I mean, heck, Afro Samurai, like that nigga can move with the sword. Like as far as swords play, like my thing is, as far as B, we've only seen him that one time with the swords. Like when he first fights Sasuke and he's getting introduced and everything, he uses that bitch. Cool. He uses 8 swords at once. Afro Samurai, on the other hand, can use, like he can use, he can use one blade, he can use multiple blades and all that. And like I'll have to go with Afro Samurai as far as swords play. But I mean, as far as like, because B, I give B the finesse a little bit, but I had to go with Afro Samurai.
You know, even though I haven't seen it, I would also go with that too. I was hoping you went that way because when you think about it, like B used it in that one fight. He's a side character. He's not gonna have like 10 fights in the show, but he was also in the Great Ninja War. You ain't see no sword. You saw him. He used his
Biju
tail
power.
beast. Yeah. He uses Biju power because that's his go-to. That's like his bread and butter. So I'm not gonna put him. Or I mean, he could be put on this list, but I'm not gonna put him over somebody like Afro Samurai when he used it in one fight, in the fight that he lost. And of course, it was 3-on-1.
I mean, he got jumped, but even in the he still like low key did get away because they only captured they thought they got him, but it was really just a tail. But
I think Killer B only really uses those swords unless like he feels as though he's handling slight work really. But yeah, I guess, you know, Afro Samurai, I guess, I mean, he does wield his sword like all the time. So we'll go that way too then.
All right, bet. So next up we got Guts versus Hiei. So this is really getting into the argument that we were getting last week. A nigga with a sword and a nigga with finesse. Because like Guts, don't get me wrong, he's known as the Black Swordsman and everything, Mr. Clang himself. But at the same time, he's just a nigga swinging around a big ass sword majority of the time. It's not really a finesse to it. It's just a nigga who has the strength and power to swing around a big ass sword and take care of people. I mean, he has a little bit to handle it, but it's not like, oh, he's graceful. He's just fool.
No, he doesn't necessarily have style. He just like goes in a battle and he has the endurance and he has like the killer instinct and mindset. He's pretty nice with it, but he also does not use his sword for every battle he goes into. Yeah. Wherefore, like, I mean, Guts, I mean, every battle you see his sword in his hand. But
are you talking about in like the manga or the anime? The anime uses it in every fight.
Like what's saying? Guts uses it in every, no, you talking about in Hiei.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Guts. Okay.
No, yeah, I was going back and forth. Hiei, he doesn't use it in every battle. I mean, you'll see that once you watch it, Drew. Yeah, Guts, he's always handling his sword because he puts that joint down because that boy, you know, I mean, like I said, we're not really addressing power and everything, but
the black flame
he uses
and all that. So like he doesn't even use it with that because he'll just run his fade. But
yeah, but he is nice with that joint. I mean, you do remember that arc when he went up against the dude with the circular joint that made his joint.
Yeah,
I don't even want to say it because I don't want to ruin that for Jew, but like you know what I mean, bro.
I know what you mean.
Like. He nice with that joint for real.
Like he's nice with it, but like the thing is, it's hard. Like what's him as far as that, because we're talking about swordsman play. He's like what's him. He's just be swinging this bitch. He got nice with it, but he barely uses it.
if
So,
we're
I mean,
going with swordsman play, then
I
I
mean,
guess
Swords
I'll
is
go
like
with
you had to give it to Hiei, but my thing is Guts uses it all the time. That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
was
true.
about to say that. I was about to say I see the point that y'all are making, but if you want to talk of like just straight up, who is the swordsman between these two? Even though I haven't, unfortunately, I haven't seen the show, but I will have to go with Guts because I've seen Berserk, and I know Guts has some major feats with his sword, using his sword. And
Yeah.
although he is based off power, I don't want to I don't want it to be a disadvantage with him just because he's a power based type of fighter. Like I think that's perfectly fine. Same thing with style. You know,
Yeah.
Killer Bee's a style in terms of his sword, but that doesn't always work out. So I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that he can use that tombstone of a sword like that, like how anybody else on this list will use a regular sword, I think that's a feat for itself. Me personally, I would go with Guts, but I'm not mad if y'all don't.
So,
Yeah,
like
because it's funny. Go ahead.
No, bro. Like this thing is like I can agree with that because like my thing is we say swordsman, they had to have style and finesse, but my thing is that has to be their go-to as far as like not just okay, one time I was stick with the shit
Yeah.
and all that, but like he need to be a swordsman as far as like he always pulls that bitch out. Now we can get like when it comes to like niggas who all pause. But anyways, we have the side by side as far as when we get to characters who do use like as far as safe Guts progresses to the next round. We have two guys who use his sword a little bit more. Afro will win that because like he has the more finesse and everything and more dynamics and everything. That's the only part I would do. So I would have to go with Guts on this one, in my opinion, though.
Yeah, that is true. I think Drew made a really good point. I mean, like, you can still be like a solid swordsman because like you have your own specialty. Guts' specialty is like he has the power,
His strength,
you know,
yep.
His strength. So after really hearing that, I can't really even discredit him for that one. So I may lean towards Guts more just because I mean the sword is his it's his go-to. It's who he is. He don't really need it.
Yep. So heck, man, we're on a consensus here. Guts advances to the next round, so we're gonna move down.
Hey, can we fix the Killer Bee? He's kind of
I know I'm trying to get it out,
won.
but like what's it literally it just wasn't even not see, look at this.
Oh,
he won.
Oh, now he won.
He won.
What if you click it again? What will happen?
Yeah.
Or if you click Afro Samurai, I don't know.
Like what's it? It'll replace as it goes along, but yeah.
Okay.
So
all right, just ignore that.
ignore it. So what's the next one up? Bracket Fights, fix your shit. This is your website. It should be at least let me go back or whatever, but y'all ain't letting me, so that's on y'all. But anyways, next up we have Ichigo.
Come on now.
Inuyasha.
Come on.
Oh yeah, that's not close. I'm sorry.
I know it's not.
I've seen. Okay, actually, you go ahead, Ken, with the.
I have seen both shows. I have seen both men do their thing with the swords. I think we lost Just. But what's the name? Like as far as that, what's the name? Inuyasha versus Ichigo. Inuyasha, literally, in my opinion, it's a good show, but it's overrated as hell. It's not a classic. It's literally, I'll say, 8 to 9 seasons a waste of time because, like, my thing is he gets some power ups, but they do the same shit all over again, so it's a useless power up. Ichigo, however, be making that bitch move and all that. Got a Bankai and everything, and he does get better. Like when he's just in his regular state, that's when he just be swinging that bitch. But when he gets like his Bankai, that's when he has a little bit more finesse, gets the style, the swag out here doing the gets Genshin and all that shit. And that's when I can fuck with and everything. And that's why Ichigo's definitely going over Inuyasha for me.
Yeah, I've seen all the Bleach, and I've seen a few episodes of Inuyasha, so I can't talk much about Inuyasha. But what I could say about Ichigo is, you know, his relationship with his Zanpakuto kind of, you know, is the embodiment of being a swordsman. You know, like his, you know, in the actual show Bleach, your relationship with your Zanpakuto, except for what's the name? Kibachi, except for Kenny. He you know, it's solely heavily based on the relationship with it. So he has, you know, by far, I'm not saying the closest relationship, but he has one of the biggest powers with his Zanpakuto, you know, with, you know, the Getsuga Tensho, his oh my goodness, his hollow forms, You know, all that goes to his. If he didn't have Zanpakuto, he wouldn't be anything. You know, he would probably be a hollow or whatever. So, in the fact that he became a Zanpakuto himself towards, you know, in his battle against Aizen, you know, that's, even though it's a difference. Not even saying a different style, it's completely different what a classic or a traditional swordsman would do, because it's a different show, different power base, blah blah blah. But he's definitely a swordsman, and I would definitely put him over Inuyasha. Like, Ichigo is that dude. Right? So yeah, put him over that.
How about you, Jess?
Yeah, I didn't hear much, but no.
No, you good.
Inuyasha is cool for, like, I guess when you're. I mean, we're not really talking about that. I mean,
yeah, it's overrated. I said that.
Ichigo, honestly, like, Ichigo, because mostly, I mean, like, I have really seen Ichigo progress through his show, like, rapidly. Some of it is like pulled out of his, you know, but there's like a serious gap between Ichigo and Inuyasha, for being completely honest.
Yep.
And it's just yeah, there's a serious gap. Powers or no powers, like, it's just like I think Ichigo, he just really is he's not a swordsman, in my own opinion. He does actually, let me not say that. Ichigo does have like his own flair when it comes to his Zanpakuto. Like, he does have power here and there, and he does have like you know, his agility with it. He has his agility with it. I mean, Inuyasha, I mean, it feels like it's like he needs a technique for any time he goes into battle, like his wind scar and everything, you know, just be like, it's like, oh, you're still halfway, like, gone through with the wind scar, and like the wind scar has to open something up and everything, which is cool, you know, but it's just like I don't know, it's like it's like you can constantly say his training is not complete. Ichigo will get to a point where it's just like, all right, you just beat this guy, but the next guy's gonna be even worse. So let's get on this right now and like see what you can pull out. But like, I don't know, like Inuyasha, I feel like he's just constantly in like a trained mode, like he's almost like a rookie with it. If we were talking about his brother though, Sesshomaru, then
Sesshomaru got finesse with it. You know, like I said, even unfortunately, like I said, that show is sometimes like it's almost a waste of time, because literally they do the same shit. Like, I'll say majority of these episodes and everything, and that's the reason why he never really progresses as far as like his sword style. Like, he might get a little bit more of a power up as far as his blade, but like then after that, like the blade, if it gets damaged, it unlocks his demon form and all that other shit, and then it's just whatever. But
yeah, because like I said, like because he I'm pretty sure that like Sesshomaru, like he lost like he lost that sword to his little brother, and then he got another one. He was popping with that joint, bro, for real.
And also keep in mind, Sesshomaru only had, a majority of the series only had one arm.
Yes, that's another thing. He did lose an arm, but yeah, he did lose a serious arm too.
Yeah, and
the man was still doing his thing, bro, out here. I just didn't like how they were chasing the same villain throughout the whole series.
Like, literally, like, oh my god, we gotta find the rock crew, and that we gotta find the shards, and we lose the shards, and we have the shards. Like I said, it's like 8 seasons of waste. Because like my thing is, you at least had to have some character development, some differing villains or whatever. Like, they didn't even have, like, you are like, it's one thing to expose your big bad all this while ago. Cool. Yeah. But we have to have some people in between. It was never, they'll throw some people in between. Other times it'll just be them fighting him head on. There'll be some filler BS as far as the girl gets mad at Inuyasha, goes back to the living world and fucks around. Yeah. She comes back and it's just, but we all in agreement, right? Ichigo? Yep.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. So next one up. Tanjiro versus Samurai Jack.
This is actually a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I was gonna say that.
Like literally, both these niggas got finesse with the blade. Both of these niggas take their time, train and everything. They ain't just flailing about. Tanjiro, I mean, heck, I finished what's in the manga and everything. That nigga get lit in the end as fuck. But that like not the full spoiler, but he get lit. But Samurai Jack, we grew up on this nigga. I mean, I know some of y'all are like, well, why is he on an anime list? Technically, he's considered anime in some instances. Sometimes he's not. But it wouldn't. I didn't feel right without having a swordsman list, without having Samurai Jack here. So here he is. So here he is versus Tanjiro. So guys, let's discuss it. How do y'all feel?
I mean, it's like for me, the way I see this is a good one, honestly. Like Drew said, Samurai Jack, he was, the way of the sword was like in his blood, literally. Like he grew up like training, and we watched him train as a little kid and come back home and was just like he was ready to hold that serious sword that his father held and everything. And we see this man like continuously like do battles and everything, like straight raw like swords play with him. And Tanjiro, he's just one of those prodigy kids. He picks up a sword and he looks and he observes and he's able to pick up things here and there, and he's getting better and better each episode. That's with him. And for Samurai Jack, I mean, I think like he's able to come up with something new, like each episode, because he confronts different obstacles. So this really is a hard one for me. And just swordplay itself, I think I don't know.
It's a coin toss, because from what I remember with Samurai Jack, 'cause I haven't seen Samurai Jack, and I didn't see the reboot of it, but
it was just the final season. That's it. But yeah.
Oh, it was okay. It was final season. They both trained immensely. And I think the reason why it doesn't seem like Tanjiro trained as much as Samurai Jack was because of the pacing of the show, of the actual anime. But he was in the mountains training with his master. What was it, 2 years or a year?
Yeah. It was some months. It was some serious months to a year, yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like he just picked it up and was like, I have this power and anything. So he put in the work too, not as much as Samurai Jack, obviously. Yeah. But I don't know, because, well, first and foremost, everybody, if you haven't seen it, please watch the Demon Slayer movie. It's fire, masterpiece. So please watch that.
About the fire.
That was good. That was good. I didn't even notice that. But power, in terms of power wise, I think Tanjiro will win. However, in terms of using the sword and how he manipulates it to his wielding and his battles, I may have to go Samurai Jack, but it's really a toss up. Like, I won't be mad at either or.
Because like my thing is, Tanjiro, like I said, he put his time in. He's not like the ass pull type that's like, oh, he's getting back to the corner, he's gonna unlock some new breathing or this and this. The man literally puts his time in, learns all these different techniques, and after that, I mean, later on gets more lit and all that. I'm not gonna spoil it. But basically, like, he puts the time and he puts the effort in. And he's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna come in, guns a blazing, swing my sword left and right. I'm gonna have a strategy. I'm gonna try to handle them. I'm gonna try to use my breathing techniques. I'm gonna try to get that and that. But then the thing is, Samurai, like just said, in every different scenario, he's using the sword. Some people he can't slice with the sword. He has to use some other way, and that use the sword as a final blow or this and that. Is just crazy and everything. And like my childhood is screaming at me like, don't eat. What the fuck are we even talking about, nigga? It's Samurai Jack. Yeah. But my current self was like, bro, you seen Tanjiro. You know how Tanjiro can get down. You know that man can get down in the future and takes care of people and all that and everything. And it's a toss up.
Who you picking?
Really, like, I really want to pick Tanjiro. I'll be honest with you. I really want to pick Tanjiro. But like,
I want to too. I might change mine. Actually, I'm picking Tanjiro.
I really want to pick Tanjiro. I really do. But it's just that part of me is like, yo, if you don't pick Samurai Jack, bro.
And it's like, it's funny because it's like they kind of have like a similar like upbringing too, because it's like demons came and attacked like Tanjiro's like family, and they wiped him out. It's all just his sister.
Yep.
And I mean, the demon Aku attacked his village. But I mean, his dad and his mom were still alive. But I think they finished the. No, he just sent them to the future after that. But so it's like their ambition to move forward and get better is like it's really neck and neck. Like, I mean, this man Samurai Jack had to adapt to a completely different world.
Yep.
Like in the future and everything. Like, imagine just growing up in like a very simple technological, semi-technological time to moving into something so advanced and adapting to it at that pace too. So that's another serious thing. But I mean, we're just talking about swordplay here, but some of these things add up to like it's a given circumstances thing as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm making.
Who you picking, man?
I'm gonna go with Samurai Jack, bro.
I say, I first it's the Samurai Jack, but I'm gonna go with Tanjiro.
It's up to me then. Okay. I just got like I said, it's literally knowing what I know, I should pick Tanjiro, but it's calling me to say Samurai Jack, and I don't know if I'll be able to sleep that night if I don't
Just listen to your heart, bro. Follow your heart, bro.
I'm gonna follow my heart. Samurai. No disrespect to Tanjiro. Like, I wish this shit was a lot later, but this was a good one right there, though.
No,
all right.
Really good.
So we gonna get into the next one. We have Trunks versus Kenpachi.
Oh, we're talking at the bottom? Okay.
So everybody remember, I mean, my thing is we all grew up on, like, all of us grew up on Dragon Ball Z. Like, what's the name? It's like, what, like, it was literally a lot of our people's first anime and everything. We all remember when we first met Trunks and everything. Like, we just see the nigga with purple hair, what's his name, a bomber jacket and some joggers.
The original drip fit.
Yeah, man, the
original drip.
It can't. Nobody said that OG Trunks did not have drip. That nigga had drip and everything, bro. He
grew his hair out while he was in the hyperbolic time chamber, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, he had on bro. He had some what are those on, but my thing is everything else about the drip was tough and everything and all that.
Yeah, man. He made those what are those looking like some. Like, come on now.
They look comfy, but I mean, I just can't get over, like, literally when he first showed up and everything. He's like, yeah, man, you looking for Super Saiyan? I got it right here, and then took care of Frieza and his father and all their squad effortlessly.
Yeah,
it was just like everybody was like, yeah, damn, he that nigga.
What's funny about that too was just like what they did with the animation at the time. And he sliced Frieza, and we just saw Trunks like literally like slide in half. And I was like, hold up, what's going on here? And then we just saw Frieza was just like, oh, he cut that man down.
Yes. Like, literally cut that man down the middle. You see like the sliding portrayal that he chopped that man up into bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
Then blew him away. And it was just that. And it was, like I said, bro, it was just a tough ass moment.
And it's funny how he got the sword too, because I mean, I don't know if that movie was canon or not, but he got it from the dude in the box and everything. And
it's technically not that, because it's kind of disjointed, because my thing is Tapion happens after they beat Boo.
Yeah.
But my thing is that's a whole different timeline, because like, it's still weird. Like, they said that's how he technically got it, but it was like, that makes no sense unless Tapion came during that time period. I don't know. Dragon Ball Z shit is weird. But he has a sword. He was moving with that bitch. That shit was cool. And it's him versus the man, the myth, the legend, Kenpachi.
Yes, sir.
Let's be this one is just crazy, because it's just like when Kenpachi like makes his entrance with like Ichigo already feels that man's sword before he even like goes in a battle with him. And we see like Kenpachi's sword pierce through the back of Ichigo through his chest. And then he just turns around. He's not there. He looks forward. He's just like, hey, bro, I could have sworn this man just stabbed me, man.
Yeah.
And Kenpachi he's by far one of my genuinely favorite, like, swordsmen, because, like, that man, he's a savage. This man just picked up a sword one day and was just like, you know, I think I'm going to slice some folks up if they look at me in a wrong way. And yeah, bro, this man, I might give it to him.
Yeah, I'm be honest with y'all. I think this is an easy choice. I'm going with Kenpachi. Just purely on power. You know, like the fact that he doesn't even have a Bankai, or at least I don't know, in the anime, he doesn't have a Bankai.
Later.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Yeah, he probably does. The fact that in the anime he does not have a Bankai, and how strong, and the fact that he could have killed Ichigo if it wasn't for his plot armor,
Yeah.
Bro, I was gonna.
just says it all for
Yeah.
that. You know,
People don't
I'm
understand that.
Would have been
It's
the end of the
straight
show
plot
right then and
armor.
there, bro.
Like Ichigo should have lost that joint. It is straight plot armor, bro.
yeah, that match or that battle should have been like 2 seconds long. So then now, and at the time of watching, I was so confused. I was like, so Ichigo just whooping everybody, huh?
Yeah.
And then I was watching it with my girl. She was like, no, you have to understand, like Kenpachi would have killed Kenpachi. Oh
Byakuya.
my god, yeah, Byakuya,
Byakuya.
yeah, he would have. Both of them would have murdered Ichigo easily, and I didn't realize that until the Aizen fight. But I'm not. I don't remember. Does Trunks use his sword in all his fights? It doesn't have to be all his fights, but
So
does he use it
basically,
like?
Trunks,
Nah.
besides the opening scene where we first meet the nigga and he looks tough as hell, drippy and all that other stuff, and works Frieza and his father and everything, that nigga high key gets washed. Like
And
literally,
on top, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, like he gets washed. Like I mean, they fight the androids and everything. He got washed. They broke the sword and everything. That like the only thing is like after they fight again, he doesn't even use the sword because like he learns how to fight from Vegeta and everything, and he gets powerful and all that. And he's like the rest of this, like the rest of the Dragon Ball Z, he's not using the sword. And Super, he gets back to using the sword for some reason, and it's stupid as hell. Which I'm like, why the fuck is he using the sword again? Why is his hair blue? And don't get me started. They fucked that shit up on Super.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about the fact that like Kenpachi is fighting with the sword with dents all in it, and the joint is just like not sharpened, like and like he's still using that joint to his advantage and everything. And the fact that like I want to go back to like plot armor again, and we even see like what Kenpachi can really do when he goes to Waco Mundo when Ichigo was fighting. Yeah, I was just saying that this man is like really raw. Like he came from the dirt with that sword and everything. And just like this is how you really know like there was some serious like plot armor going on. When Ichigo was in Waco Mundo and he was fighting against like one of the Arankars, the one with like the sword that was like it was shaped like an 8 or a scythe or something like that. He had just finished dealing with Grim Jiao. And this man came out of nowhere and was like about to like really put some like heat on him. And Kenpachi was just like, all right, Ichigo, you can go do your thing, man. And I was just like, oh dang.
Oh, like what's up? Oh yeah, I remember like he just got done fighting Ukiura and everything, and that they him and Big.
No, this was before Ukiura.
Okay. Okay. I thought you meant like the part after when they're fighting that big like the Yami.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he's disgusting. He makes me sick, bro.
I hated him from the beginning.
I know, me too.
But yeah, that's when you really know like when the plot armor was serious. I don't even believe because Ichigo couldn't take him at the time. I mean, yeah, I know they wanted to say that he was drained and everything, but like Kenpachi cut that man down. He cuts down every man in like his. The only time you ever saw him lose was like it was in the manga or something like that, and like the New Quincy's or something came and they rinsed that man. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that was the first time I saw. I was like, yo, Kenpachi though. But other than that, Kenpachi is like that man's a goat with a sword. He don't need no style. He don't need nothing, bro. Yeah. You can barely touch that man because the spiritual pressure is crazy. He could probably beat Byakuya for real.
I mean, like
sword play.
Yeah, sword play. I mean, my thing is, as far as Kenpachi versus Trunks, I mean, I feel like we're all in agreement here. Kenpachi goes on to the next round because my thing is Trunks. Like I said, when he was introduced, that's the only time he was getting loose with the sword. After then, he went to being with the fade, and that until he brought him back in Super, and even then, and still, he was still getting bitch made with the sword until they gave him an ass pull at the end, which I'm not even gonna go into because, like I said, that shit was just trash. But
wait, who was?
Trunks.
Oh yeah.
Like what's the name? Remember, like what's the name? Did you? I mean, because you watched Super, right?
I finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the Black Arc?
Goku Black. Oh yeah, bro. That was this. Bro, that was nasty.
Like I said, that shit was so bad. Like I don't even want to even remember it. So, like I said, Kenpachi. Next round, we are moving up. Sasuke Uchiha versus Levi Ackerman.
This is interesting.
Sasuke. It's like, no.
I like this one.
Now, this is actually a good thing right here because my thing is Levi Ackerman. That's the like if not the hardest nigga in fucking
he is humanity's strongest soldier, as they say.
Yep, humanity's strongest soldier. He don't care how big your Titan is. He will run his fade, and 9 times out of 10, unless you jump that man, even if you jump that man, he's still getting the.
Bro.
I feel like
jumped
this.
Him? I said because Kenny and his people jumped him.
Yeah, they jumped him, and like the only thing, like they got him, but like they didn't get him. And my thing is just because like he still got out of there and all that, but like he still like didn't get the dub because he didn't win against them, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this. It's not a fight. I feel like this matchup between them, who's the better swordsman. I think this is all on how you manipulate it. You know, using the ODM gear to do what he does, to manipulate it into swivels, turns, and to killing, Titans, beast Titans, all type of Titans. I think that, Levi, that's a big feat itself. The fact that he has 0 powers, he's just strong. Like he's literally just nice with it. But at the same time, like I said about manipulating Sasuke and manipulate his sword, it goes hand in hand. He can literally, manipulate in terms of having Amaterasu on his blade to fight with it. He can manipulate it and switching out his places with his Rinnegan abilities. But in terms of, because Levi's it's not really it's a sword, but it's
not
like
really like a sword in the traditional sense.
It reminds me more of a blade, if that makes sense. Does that make sense at all? Like it's not a sword.
I understand. It's
like
that, honestly.
I don't know if there's a difference at all, though. But it's
like
kind of
my
like
thing
a
is
blade.
like I understand it because like it's a blade, but my thing is it's a sword, but my thing is if you had like any blade like an axe or whatever, it'll be the same.
Because
it's just that like literally
like a sword.
Yeah,
it's shaped like a sword, but it has like some gear connected to it and everything. But I mean, like you said, Drew, like you have to have some serious power behind your swing to be cutting down like a Titan's head or like his hands and arms and everything.
Well, I'm gonna go with Levi because Sasuke doesn't really need a sword. Like his sword he's very strong with it. But when it gets down to it, like when he's in a serious fight, I mean, he does use, especially nowadays in Boruto.
Yeah.
But he does use it, but he doesn't need it. Like if Levi didn't have his sword, Levi's getting killed instantly. Or Levi doesn't have his ODM gear, he's getting killed instantly. So I'm gonna go with Levi in terms of swordsmanship. It's weird because Levi, it's not like he has a traditional sword, but none of these guys really have a traditional sword anyway. So I'm going with Levi.
I'm gonna also go with Levi too, just because like it may not be traditional, but I mean what you're doing, you gotta have some serious power and technique, and plus I've seen that man Levi flip that sword up in the air, catch it in his mouth, and catch another sword and cut some folks down with it as well. Yeah. I mean Sasuke still got rinsed by Killer B.
I mean, like my thing is, like the thing is, when we see Sasuke use a sword, we probably only see it in the beginning of a fight, and then we don't see it the rest of the fight. Like, because my thing is, think about it. He fights Deidara, he uses the beginning of the fight, he doesn't use the rest of the fight. He fights, Killer B, uses the beginning of the fight, doesn't use the rest of the fight. Fights Itachi, uses the beginning of the fight, doesn't use the rest of the fight. Fights Danzo and everything, doesn't use the beginning of the fight, doesn't use the rest of the fight. Like he'll start off swinging it, use a little bit of finesse, but that when it really comes down to it, he'll ditch it and just get back to running the fade, which is all fine.
Yeah.
But my thing is that doesn't really qualify you as a swordsman to go up against Levi, because Levi, like Drew said, that's what he needs to run the fade and everything. And the fact that he just goes left and right, right and left and right, like literally, I mean, I don't know if anybody's caught up with season 4, but saw in season 4 when they had that man encased, like Zeke had turned all them people into Titans, had that man encased, and he ran through all of them niggas and caught up to Zeke, and then put that man Zeke on the ground and everything. Say,
relax. I haven't caught up. Sorry,
I've seen it though, and I know what you're talking about. That was a lit moment. So yeah, just the fact that he can. I mean, Sasuke could do the same thing, we know, but at the same time, it makes it a bigger feat when you're an ordinary human and you could do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that he could take out whole Titan monsters, whatever you want to call them, with the fact that he could take out whole Titan armies by himself, says it. That just speaks for itself. So I'm going Levi. What say y'all?
Levi.
Going Levi.
Levi. All right. Next up, we have Kirito versus Kenshin. Full disclosure, I have not seen either of these anime.
I'm not either.
I've seen Kenshin.
From the stuff I see on YouTube, this nigga here is the OG. And this nigga here,
bro.
People really hate this nigga for some reason. I don't know why. People hate this nigga in this show. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either. So I don't have a say in this one.
I have not seen Black Clover yet. I have watched all of Kenshin.
This Sword Art Online.
You said what?
This Kirito for Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah, my bad. I read the manga for that one. I don't remember much of it, honestly, but I have watched all of Kenshin. He's a serious that boy he's like the traditional swordsman, and he's really quick, really fast, really like that man. Like literally, they said he's as fast as he has God speed apparently. Like he'll disappear. The man, he's cut down some folks. He's one person who always carries his sword everywhere he goes. Sword Art Online, I'm not entirely sure from like the manga I read. I would go with Kenshin on this one because he's the truth, bro. You might not be compelled to finish the whole anime, in my opinion, but I finished the whole thing just because I was like, I mean, I'm this far, I might as well finish it. But it has its moments, but it's a good OG show to chill and watch too, where you just like relax and yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't watch Sword Art Online. I haven't seen. It's called Kenshin.
It's called Kenshin. It's pretty cool.
Haven't seen that, but I'll put that in my list of things to watch. But I have not saying
the next anime you watch, it really has to be Yu Yu Hakusho, Drew, like for real.
It's too many. The list gets longer and longer and longer. I talked to one person, they'd be like, oh, okay, watch this. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch that. Put it on the list. Talk to another person. This list is going crazy. I'm only one man.
I know what you feel like, bro. But
I do the same exact thing. But this is how I do it. I'll be like, all right, well, sometimes I'll randomly pick and put like a emoji next to it for like, all right, this is the next one, and do the next one, put 1 and 2 and then 3.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. Priorities. Not bad.
Facts.
So we going Kenshin?
We going Kenshin. I mean, from the YouTube clips I've seen, this nigga being loose. From YouTube clips I've seen, this nigga being washed sometimes. So other times he be doing some shit.
Yeah.
Knows that people. I don't know why the anime community, they really hate this nigga for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I'll learn about, but Kenshin advances to the next round. The next person we have is Yami from Black Clover and Roronoa Zoro. I have not seen Black Clover, so my guts tell me Zoro because I know Zoro's that nigga.
Yeah, I've seen Black Clover. I have not really seen One Piece, but I would have to pick. It's on the list, though, right? What do you mean?
We've had this debate before. Drew said this already,
One
man.
Piece. It's on the list though, right?
It is not on my list. However, I do not disrespect One Piece characters. I know One Piece is a part of the big three, so I know I will have to pick Zoro over Yami in terms of being a swordsman. However, do not expect Yami Sukahiro because he is one of the coldest anime, not just swordsman, coldest anime characters out right now. The way he can use his blade and because Black Clover, it's the power scaling is more so magic. So the fact that he has dark magic. So the fact that he can use, as you can see in the picture, he wields his dark magic onto his blade, and he goes about that. He doesn't really use like his because all right, on the show, most characters they have like a book of spells that they can go to and pick which spell to pick to fight. He doesn't. He's a sword, so he picks. So he's one of just the coldest, badass characters that you see on Black Clover, and his feats are major. I highly recommend everybody who hasn't seen Black Clover, please watch it. I know it gets a lot of hate in the anime community. I don't know why, because it's super fire, it's very enjoyable. Like y'all would, especially like y'all really fuck with Black Clover. So, but I'm gonna pick Zoro, but don't Yami is tough too.
All right, I hope it's better because I remember at first like they said Harry Potter and Naruto need to start screaming so much before I start watching the show.
Yeah, nah, obviously Naruto you see a lot of influence from Naruto in a lot of animes nowadays, but it's not like it's a carbon copy of that. Nah, not at all.
All right, that's good. So heck man, we already know Zoro, but yeah. So that's the end of our quarterfinals. We get into semis. So let's go back around the list again. We are Afro versus Guts. Now, we already went over this a little bit. My thing is Afro's a lot better with the sword as far as, like, my thing is we went over how Guts swinging that bitch. You got some skill to swing that bitch, but my thing is Afro got the finesse, my nigga. I know y'all haven't seen Afro. I recommend y'all checking it out. It's a quick series. It's like probably 15 episodes at the most, probably half hour each one, all enticing and all that. Or you can just watch the movie they made or whatever. It's cool. But yeah, Afro for me.
Yeah, I'm more acquainted with Guts, but I have seen some clips of this man, Afro Samurai, like, getting loose and literally like just like doing some black flips and everything with his he's a really aerodynamic guy with his sword. And I don't know if Guts can keep up with that. And yeah, he's really like familiar with the sword and knows how to really swing that joint around, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep up with the amount of flips and acrobatic things that like Afro Samurai is doing. He's pretty swift, so I'm gonna have to go with this Afro Samurai guy just because I think like at some point in the it's not a fight, but I feel like if it was, this man Guts would feel like he's fighting like multiple people at once. He's done that before, but
I'm talking about somebody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the man might feel like he's getting like ambushed with like how fast this man is. So I'm gonna go with Afro Samurai.
Yeah, Afro seems like a pretty cold character, especially with the sword. Well, obviously he wins because it's 2-1. But I'm gonna give some respect to Guts. I'm gonna vote for Guts just because just because he may not be able to keep up with him. That don't mean he won't keep up with him.
No hoe.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Guts ain't no slouch.
Nobody saying that.
Guts ain't Guts. So yeah, I'm fine with Afro Samurai being above him. Right. Guts.
So we're moving down. Ichigo versus Samurai Jack. As far as sword play alone, we're not talking about power scaling, but the sword play itself. I'm had to give it to Samurai over Ichigo.
Yeah,
you are. Oh, you are. Both of y'all.
I've seen like off raw like human strength from Jack, like just like cut down like some serious demons, and he's cut some uncuttable things as well as too. And Aku's a pretty big guy, yeah. He a big demon, but I think I'm gonna honestly give it to Jack just because like he's not like given things like mystical abilities or anything like that. He's just a human. He's just a human, and he knows how to handle himself, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ichigo. mainly because I mean, I understand Jack is way more traditional. He's kind of like Zoro in terms of like being a traditional swordsman, but it's not like Ichigo. I mean, of course, we know he's the main character. He has powers. He's had powers since birth and all that stuff. But it's not like Ichigo didn't work for it either. It's not like Ichigo didn't work to gain his hollow abilities. It's not like Ichigo didn't work for his Zanpakuto abilities to be strengthened. It's not like Ichigo didn't defeat Aizen. Aizen, you know, in terms of Aku being the villain for Samurai Jack and Aizen being the villain for Bleach, is the feats is way bigger for each on Ichigo's side. So I would definitely give it for Ichigo. I'm just talking about anime. I don't know anything about the manga. I'm talking about anime. So I'm giving it to Ichigo.
True. A lot of it is plot armor, though. I'm just gonna say that.
But and that's okay. All these characters,
it's some plot armor,
and that's okay.
It's plot armor for different things. Like my thing is, when you're a protagonist, you can live a lot of shit.
He is the protagonist. He can.
I give you that. My thing is when Ichigo, I give him his respect when he has his Zanpakuto unleashed, and he's in his release state and everything, and he has Tensa Saigetsu and everything. That's when he has like some finesse with the sword. He moves that bitch a little bit better. But it's just that Jack, he does that shit effortlessly from the get-go all the time and everything, and it's just like I give it to him over.
He doesn't. I'm not mad at the pick, but also don't sleep too much on Ichigo just using his sword just as is. Remember, he was keeping up with Ukiura in the beginning of the fight. Against he was keeping up. I don't know if Samurai Jack would have been able to keep up with him, and it's not like they was using their powers and like that. They was just straight up fighting like with their swords. So
that is true.
It's not like Ichigo just don't know how to use it without using his Soul Reaper powers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not sleeping on Ichigo. I'm not sleeping. It's just that
I got you on that.
I just gotta see him. Like what's saying, my thing is like in his release state, he get loose. It's just that when he's just regular in his Soul Reaper form and everything, just regular, just like this. That's when like he's known for just flailing that bitch about, and that's the only part like that gets to me. I'm like, I can't really classify you.
I respect it.
Yeah,
right here though. Like to
two niggas can go at it for days and days and days and days and days.
That boy Kenpachi and Levi, that would
Kenpachi would demolish Levi. I don't know what y'all talking about.
So?
Are you kidding me? Kenpachi would Bro, come on now.
I don't know.
Attack on Titan.
Like you understand, as far as like this Ross, because my thing is, it's just like remember, Kenpachi doesn't use Bankai until the end of the series. Raw swords play alone.
Kenpachi.
Raw swords play alone.
Kenpachi.
Like my thing is, but number one, Levi ain't no hoe. But my thing is, it's just that like it's gonna be a fight because my thing is Levi. I'll say is more. Levi is definitely more like strategic and everything than Kenpachi, but at the same time, it's not like if they go straight head to head, we ain't talking about no prep time, no nothing. I feel like Kenpachi going to get the W.
Like honestly, like I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this to Kenpachi, but it's just like I think the way Drew says it, he says he's gonna demolish. I feel like he'll give him a slight run for his money, but we still know who Kenpachi is because at the end of the day, this is the man who fought who fought blindly against the other Soul Reaper who had the dreads in like his little
oh yeah, what's the name? I know you're talking about what's in the black dude and everything and all that.
And he cut that man up in his own work.
Yes.
He cut that man up.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
And then he was just like, yeah, you know, that was that. Just all because like he was being cut on purpose. And he was like, okay, yeah, all I need to do is just wait for that slight touch from you, and then I'm gonna slice you up. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna give it to Kenpachi, but I don't want it to seem like we're like, you know, discrediting Levi. Like
I feel like I said, it'd be a good fight. It'd be a good fight, but my thing is, I feel like in terms of sheer raw power, like we're talking about sword play here, but like head to head with a sword, no power ups, anything, no what's same side, just straight sword play. I feel like Kenpachi would definitely get it because of like what's the stamina, the strength behind it, and that like that's just his drive, like to just the
savagery,
and everything, the savagery and everything. While Levi,
this man,
savage streak in him, But I feel like the thinking of it will get to him a little bit as far as like if Watson catches him one good time, that's it. But it can be a fight for a little bit. I'm talking about like they keep running it a little bit, but I'm talking about if Kenpachi catches him one good time.
Oh yeah. Because let's be real, like Kenpachi can take some cuts, bro. That man can get his heart like literally stabbed and he'll keep going.
And Levi can do the same too. And I'm not. That's the reason I say I'm not locking Levi, but it's just that
I don't know about that. But,
that's what I'm saying.
He'll
Like,
give him a run for his money. He wouldn't demolish Levi.
I'm not trying to spoil it or whatever, but in Attack on Titan, something happens to Levi, and even after the thing that happens to Levi, he's still out here running the fade. But give it to Kenpachi.
Because Joe, you're trying to make Levi seem like Kenpachi will hold him,
I mean, I don't want to turn it into a who will win battle because this will be a completely different bracket. Yeah. But I just, in terms of who can win, I mean, Levi is good for it. Is the best in his universe, but he's not better than the Soul Reaper in terms of using his power. I mean, using his ability. Like, he's not bad. It's as simple as that to me. I mean, no disrespect. He's the coldest character in Attack on Titan next to Mikasa, in my opinion. But yeah.
All right. So hey, bro, last one of the semifinals. Well, actually, is it semifinals? I don't forget.
Yeah, you're right.
Zoro.
Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Zoro versus Kenshin, and I like I said, me and Drew have not seen this nigga. What's him? Josh, you seen him, so you go ahead, bro. You seen both of these things.
Kenshin is fast, but just let it be known, like Kenny, you left off at like at a bad area because this man can. I mean, as you guys know, like One Piece characters can take some beatings, because their body is like on average, especially with this Straw Hat crew. With Kenshin, he's a little bit more humane, and they're more. He's a little more fragile. Don't get me wrong. I've seen that man at his lowest, but like, Kenny, you did get to the part where like Zoro was like trapped at one point. He was ready to cut his legs off to like literally get loose. And
yeah, I saw that. I saw like what's the name when he lost to what's the name you know what I'm talking about, like
Hawkeye. Yeah,
the main sword nigga and everything and all that.
Yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah, he took that L. He took it like a cheat too. He was just like,
yeah,
hey, bro.
Like, what's he sitting there? He's like, all right, cut me. Like
he was just like, hey, look, if I'm gonna lose to you, kill me, because like that's the goal. I'm not going out like that. I can't like live and know that like that just happened. But Kenshin, he can be washed and be like, well, at least I lived another time. That's who he is. He's a really nice guy. He's a really super nice guy. He's a genuine guy. But rawness, savagery, it's gonna go to Zoro. Plus, that man's training is it's so horrific. Like it's crazy, honestly. Like compared to what Kenshin does, it's Kenshin isn't. He's swinging a toothpick around. Like Zoro, it's Zoro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, I'm gonna go with Zoro too, because I mean I've seen it, and I've seen the nigga gets down with the 3 swords and everything, so that's what I know, and that's what I know. So I'm gonna go with Zoro. How about you?
Man, hop back in the episodes, man. You'll see what he can really do, bro.
One day.
Oh, you wild. One day, yeah, I'm gonna go Zoro too.
Let's do one.
This is an interesting.
We're down to the final four: Samurai, Zoro, Kenpachi, and Samurai Jack.
The 2 samurais.
So,
yeah,
Jack versus Afro Samurai. Crazy enough how we got here, ironically, even though they say Killer B is the winner. But
this is actually a good matchup, Afro and Jack.
I've seen both, and it's a toss up between my culture, as far as am I gonna go for the brother or am I gonna go for my childhood? It's hard to even go through, because like my thing is both of these guys like by the name Samurai, and not just by Samurai, they have the finesse, the skill, and also the fortuitousness to not just use the sword like in one basic sense. They can make that bitch flip, do whatever they need to do, take
agility,
it, run the fade, do all that and everything. And it's just, I really wouldn't know. It's a toss up to me.
Yeah, and you know, like Jack, you know, he uses his surroundings to an advantage as well, you know. And I haven't seen much of Afro Samurai, but
the exact same
from
thing.
what I've seen him in doing small clips, I assume he would do the same. He seems like a pretty smart enough dude to do that. But Jack, I mean, I don't know. I'm actually with Kenny in the same, but I don't know if I want to pick my culture or like, you know, my childhood or what I know.
Man, I'm picking Jack. I'm be honest, I did not know that Jack was gonna make this list this far, but since he's here, I'm gonna have to pick Samurai Jack.
All right, we got one person definitely. I had to go Samurai, Afro.
Which one?
I had to go Afro.
Afro.
I think I will do.
Pick with your heart, man. If it says Jack, go with Jack. If it says Afro, go Afro.
I think I'm gonna go with the nigga Afro. I think I'm gonna go with Afro.
You sure?
You
sure, man. Don't have you want to say make sure your heart is it. What's say you like Afro or is it Jack, man?
I'll go with Jack. I'll do Jack.
Are you doing Jack now?
I'm trying to make sure everybody gets.
You said Jack.
Yeah, man. Jack has made it to the finals, people.
This is insane.
Jack, I know a lot of people like.
He's not even an anime.
Is he even here? He's not even anime. This list is jaded. Fuck all you guys. But he made it here. Suck a dick. But
is that a good thing? Like, I feel like I should go back to Afro just because we let a cartoon. Let me not do that. Let me not discredit Jack.
But heck, yeah, man. Jack made it to the semifinals. Bro versus Kenpachi. How y'all feeling?
I'm mad because this sets up Zoro to win. I mean, Zoro probably should win.
I don't know about that. You said Zoro.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
So you're picking Kenpachi?
Even if I don't pick Kenpachi, he's not being Jack. Ain't nobody being Jack in my opinion.
He's not beating Jack.
Okay, all right.
Nobody on this other side is not beating Jack.
Listen.
I'm sorry. I can't have a cartoon character be the best anime swordsman.
I'm sorry, but heck, he made it here because he's that nigga. I mean, heck, Jack.
No, we're not gonna just pick off.
But before we get there, let's talk about Zoro versus Kenpachi. You already know what my final vote's gonna be, but still, before we get there, Zoro versus Kenpachi.
Well, this would be a bloodbath, honestly. Like these
Kenpachi
two
will win.
I had to go. I mean, I've seen both. I've seen Zoro take some punishment. Zoro can take some punishment.
But you can take all punishment you want.
Kenpachi
no, bro. Y'all
out though.
For real, bro. Y'all.
Kenpachi will win.
The amount of
but it's okay.
Kenpachi can deal out though, my nigga. I've seen both, and like, hey, bro, I've seen this from an unbiased prep. Both of them can deal out some damage, but Kenpachi can give some niggas some work.
Like
Zoro can give some folks some work, bro.
You gotta hear me out though. You gotta hear me out though. Kenpachi would win. Kenpachi's stronger. I think that's an objective opinion. I think it is. I think it's an objective opinion,
bro.
However, in terms of being a swordsman, Kenpachi does not give two F's about his sword. Zoro, on the other hand, he has 3 of them, correct?
Yeah.
And I think he, even though I haven't seen much of the anime, it's not like I've never seen an episode, but Zoro, he uses his sword, I think, to its best ability. I'll say that. Kenpachi obviously does not. Anime-wise, anime Kenpachi obviously does not. So that alone, I think that puts him above him. However, if this was a fight to the death, Kenpachi would win. Not saying he will wash him, he will win.
I'll give you this. yes, Zoro cares about his sword, but that doesn't mean he hasn't broken some swords to take the W from some folks.
That's okay. Even if you break it, that's fine.
Okay.
It does. I mean,
right.
the sword doesn't need to stay perfect throughout the fight. I mean, if it breaks, it breaks. But Kenpachi does not care about his sword at all. He doesn't. He's just like, bro, I'm just trying to fight. Like, yes, I'm a Soul Reaper. Like we use Zanpakutos, but like, I don't care. But he doesn't use his sword to the best of his abilities that he really could. Zoro does.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh no, I was done.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah.
Now,
go ahead, bro.
But no, Zoro, he will fight you. He will fight you too, like that extent, right? Like, this man's a beast. Like this man, he wants the smoke as well. Like yeah, don't get me wrong. Kenpachi is like up there in my opinion. He's goated with that sword and just like his savagery. And I'm gonna really actually give him that to him. He's probably he's possibly a little more savage than Zoro when it comes to just like living and everything. But Zoro been doing this sword since he was a kid, bro. And he didn't cut down some folks. He didn't cut down folks like 30 times bigger than him.
Yeah.
And with raw strength. Like y'all folks crazy out here, bro.
What you mean?
I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I've seen both shows. I've seen both up to a certain. I haven't seen One Piece fully. I've seen One Piece up to a certain degree.
You need to, bro. Then you would understand.
Flowers. Zoro is that nigga. As far as if we're going based off swordplay alone, which like what's saying the finesse, the skill, the swagger. On top of that, Zoro wins by full definition. There's no debate about that. In terms of full raw power, as far as if they went side by side, ran the fade, no power, it's just a sword, Kenpachi's getting that W.
I don't know about that
one. But the thing is, this tournament was never about, okay, who has that? We're talking about who has the style, the finesse, and everything, the swords, their prime, like the things that has put every person, has got people eliminated or put them forward is that who has a style, the finesse, the all that and everything as far as they're a swordsman. And on top of that, they're a swordsman as far as the swords is their primary weapon. It's not like, okay, well, I'm gonna use it to begin with. I'm gonna throw that bitch to the side. That's the reason why we got here to this final thing. Based off that factor alone, Zoro, in my opinion, is going to have to go forward.
You stated some factual things and some things that, I could debate, but I'm gonna make my I'm gonna go with Zoro. Yeah.
We know you going with Zoro. Everybody knew you going with Zoro.
It's not even just because it's One Piece. Come on now.
Everybody knew that.
Put like Yu Hakusho above One Piece as well. It's not just because it's One Piece, but it's also the strength of it's Zoro. He can like swordsman, savagery, everything. He's really up there. So I give it to Zoro for real.
All right.
So heck, bro, you Kenpachi, Drew?
No, I picked Zoro. I'm just saying Kenpachi will win in the fight. But
what?
Okay. Oh, you said in the fight. I thought you were picking him over here. Oh yeah. I'm with you on that.
No. Yeah,
it's a debate for a different day though. Y'all already know my vote, so y'all
Killer B
yourselves. Let me know how y'all feel about it.
Killer B already won, apparently. Yeah.
Killer B already won, but yeah, Jack already got the W for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be swordsmanship. I mean, come on now. Like Zoro, he's wielding 3 swords. He has the finesse. All right, I won't lie. He gets lost a lot, yeah, but
that's what I was saying. That don't act like that man don't get washed. That man do like Zoro do take dubs, but that nigga do be getting washed like a washcloth.
See, that does not help his case. I did not know that.
No. He doesn't get washed, but he does get lost. He'll lose like the directions and everything. That's his only flaw. But other than that, this man, his technique is like crazy. He trains like crazy.
Yeah.
I guess Jack would probably dance around Zoro a little bit, here and there, uses, but Zoro cut that boy down, bro. But that's not.
I like how
He
he
said
said
like
that.
it's a
He said,
he said like it's a threat. Like
He said,
yeah,
like, my
like
nigga
my
cut that
boy's
shit.
like, nah.
Fuck you saying, bro.
But also I think I have to agree with Drew on this. I don't think we should let a cartoon win this, but that's not the point.
It's not. It is the point for me. And like I haven't seen. I mean, I haven't seen. Like I said, I haven't seen Samurai Jack in a long time. However, I think this is probably my fault because I should have voted for Afro Samurai in the semifinals. Because although this is supposed to be objective, like honest opinion, it's more. It's an optics thing for me in terms of who's gonna win the final. Like I had no problem with Samurai Jack being in the bracket. Honestly, I did not know it was gonna make it this far. I thought Ichigo should have won in that round, but that's just me. But the fact that he's a samurai does not help Zoro's case. I'm gonna pick Zoro because I want an anime character to win this. I think Zoro is the best anime swordsman in terms of wielding a sword, more traditional, blah blah blah. But I don't know who will win in a fight. I think.
It's Zoro.
Do you agree, Kenny?
Bro.
I've seen both. I'll say it's a toss up a little bit.
Really?
Nah.
Cause nigga, you see how that man Jack get down from start to finish versus Aku versus anybody. He's facing niggas who had multiple swords before and still washes niggas. Like
Zoro doesn't get down.
Jack gets down in the motherfucker. Don't ever that nigga Jack. Jack gets down in the motherfucker. I'm not saying he gonna wash Zoro. I'm not saying it's gonna be a good fight. Zoro might get the W a little.
I don't even know if it's gonna
be a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit, and if not, Jack gonna get that bitch. And like I say, it's a debate. But I mean, hey, bro, y'all already spoke, so there you go. Zoro.
It's good to see a One Piece character won the whole bracket. I like that. Oh, okay. I like that.
Okay. Right. Bro, that's how it is. Out of Afro Samurai, Killer Bee, Guts, Hiei, Ichigo, Inuyasha, Tanjiro, Samurai Jack, Kenpachi, Trunks, Sasuke, Levi, Kenshin, Kirito.
I feel like we were missing somebody.
Zoro is the best anime swordsman. This is our opinion. If you don't like it, suck a dick. But that's what we that's how we feel. Like I said, the reason why we went off this is based off of the finesse, the style, that they're not just flailing the fucking sword around, that they actually are using that motherfucker. It's their primary weapon. And yeah, that's how we said this is this goal for swordplay alone, not just power. Because if it was about power, I mean, heck, technically Sasuke is the strongest nigga on this list. Except
Sasuke will win instantly. Either Ichigo or Sasuke will win.
No,
they will be in the finals. I'll say that.
They'll be in the finals, but
actually no, Trunks. Wait, what? Trunks.
Actually, yeah. I forgot Trunks.
Trunks will win.
I mean, my thing is, if we get to Dragon Ball Z, that's Planet Buster level and everything.
I mean, that man will put the sword
that's not fair though.
What, like do like an energy ball and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, basically. I mean, that's a key blast and that the nigga did.
I swear, like Dragon Ball Z made that not fun in terms of who's strongest. Like,
but can he beat Goku though?
Like, I hate that argument so much. Like, they made it so unfun to decide who's the strongest that you have to not include them in the discussion. Like, everybody else is it's cool.
It's not even Dragon Ball Z. It's just the Dragon Ball Z fandom that did that. They just be like. Y'all tripping about like it's Goku, bro. Like get out of here, like, bro. Like, can we like?
It pissed me off, but it's true though.
I mean, it's true, but it's just like,
it pissed me off.
I mean, my thing is Goku at the start of Dragon Ball Z, because like my thing is they show all the different characters and everything after they fight Raditz and all that. Cool. And they show Vegeta and Nappa come to Earth, and they show like how Vegeta effortlessly blew up a planet and everything. Then he come to Earth, they fight Vegeta and them and everything. Goku and Kaioken was able to match up with that nigga. So that means basically at Kaioken, the nigga was able to blow up a planet, but also Piccolo was able to blow up a moon. But same as remember, Gohan turned into an ape and everything. And so my thing is they were already planet busters back at the beginning.
Yeah.
He add on Kaioken, Super Saiyan 2, 3, God, Blue, whatever you want to add afterward. Niggas are universe busters. That ain't even a fair fight with nobody no more. Like literally, it's like when I show up you throw your hardest attack at me. Like Naruto could throw a fucking Biju Dama with all 9 Biju, and Goku will shrug that shit off and say, "Nigga, was that it?"
Yo, it's so crazy because I saw like a video where they actually just like did like a little simulation where Naruto did like a
the Rasengan that hit his face.
And it was just a massage to Goku. He's just like, oh, that was good. And then he shoved him in the ground. And that was it.
Wow.
I mean, like the thing is, like I remember the funniest thing I saw was that technically Yamcha can watch 90% of the anime universe.
It's true.
What? Wait.
Yamcha.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I feel like any Dragon Ball Z character could. Like, that's just how
And
it
like, that's
is.
the saddest thing though, because like Yamcha's like the weakest nigga, but still.
I think Krillin may be weaker.
Krillin would be a better thing. Like Krillin or Tien would be a better thing. Them niggas can go across and squashing niggas, but yeah. But other than that, that's our thing. Bracket fights. Roronoa Zoro is the best anime swordsman in our opinion. Other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back with some more reactions, some more brackets, some more discussions. Heck, man, some more reviews.
We got some skits on the way, man. We got yeah. Stay tuned, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all had fun. Yeah, just it's all fun.
Yeah, man. Drew, last words for the people.
No, just big shout out to, well, not big shout out, but shout out to Bracket Fights for having this nice little template platform for us to use it. But no, just keep looking out for us. Watch anime, watch manga, watch your comics, and keep smiling.
Yeah, man.
We get it.
Stay up, stay out, and we are out.